Hi, Keel's back, and I would like to speak with you about books this week. I have 5 to talk about, and the first one I want to talk about is the series that begins with "I'd tell you I love you, but then I'd have to kill you," which is a very good book, and it's about a girl named Cammy, and she goes to a very high-end school for really exceptional students, but they don't know exactly how exceptional these students really are. As it turns out, they're spies. And so they go on a lot of funny adventures. But in this book, they start taking this class called Co-ops, and it's about like undercover operations. And in one of the undercover operations, they're trailing one of their teachers, and Cammy runs into this boy named Josh, where she begins to have a romance with him, and that leads her into a lot of trouble, and in the end, there is not exactly a happy ending for her. But it's really good, and I really recommend it. The third one just came out. Not exactly sure how many there will be, but it is really, really good book. The next is The Fire Within by Chris DeLacy, and they're kind of for a younger set, but I really like this one. It's about a guy named David who moves in with Liz and Lucy. Liz is the mom, Lucy's the daughter, where in their house they have a lot of clay dragons, and David gets a dragon named Gadzooks, which is his special dragon, and during this whole book, he's trying to help Lucy find the squirrel, and it's a very good book, and it's a lot of kind of fantasy, so once you get into them, there's 4 of them, and I'm pretty sure there's only going to be 4, but once you get into them, you really can't get out of them. They're so good. Next is the complete edition of Grimm's Fairy Tales, which is, I don't know how many are in here, because I just got this one, but it's like 400 of the original stories, and then there's like 500 and some in here. I'm looking, hold on. It says exactly how many, but it's like Rapunzel, okay, no, there's 279, sorry, but it's Rapunzel, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, Hansel and Gretel, Rumpelstiltskin, hold on, I'm like looking through. The Two Brothers, The Tale About the Land of Cockagene, Snow White and Red Rose, but it's by Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm, who, if you don't know who they are, I'm sorry, I really am. But I very, very much recommend this one. It's just bunches of fairy tales, and it's something that's really good to read if you don't have, like, if you just want one little short story and you don't have all day to read a book, you don't want to read through an entire chapter. There's like 4 or 5 page little stories. Some of them are only like 3 paragraphs. Next, I want to talk about a very famous one now, thanks to the movie, and that would be Twilight. And you all know it's by Stephanie Meyer, but I want to talk about what I think of it, because apparently a lot of people have a lot of different ideas about it. The books are very good until the 4th book. I think the 4th book is way mature. There's a huge jump in audience level there, but I like the books, and in the books I like Edward more than I like Jacob. I think Jacob's kind of annoying in the books. But in the movie, I much prefer Jacob to Edward, not because he's better looking, but because Jacob's he's kind of more in the movie happy and a little easygoing, and Edward's kind of like, if I touch this tree, I'm gonna die, kind of thing, and I think he needs a cough drop really badly. But, I really liked the books, and Not so much the movie. I don't think I'm gonna go to the theaters and see New Moon. I think I'm probably gonna wait till it comes out on DVD, so I can watch it and stop it when I think it gets horrible. But I definitely recommend the books. I read them a lot. She's a very good author. I have no complaints on the book. I think that the movie was just a little too for the books. It didn't highlight some of the greater details of the book. But if they did, it would be like an 8-hour-long movie. So, the last one I want to talk about, which is my personal favorite, would be Kissed by an Angel, you can't say that, by Elizabeth Chandler, and it's 3 books in one. It's Kissed by an Angel, The Power of Love, and Soulmates. And on the front it says, an unforgettable trilogy of romance and suspense. You can see that right there. But it has a little rose on it. Isn't that pretty? But it's really, really good book. It's about a girl named Ivy who's dating this swimmer named Tristan, and he dies in a car accident, and she's in the car. And before him, she has this huge faith in angels, and then when she starts dating him, she's trying to get him to believe in angels because it's something very, very big to her. And then when he dies, she loses her faith in angels because she thinks that the angel should have saved him. But then she discovers that he's her guardian angel, and then they figure out that Tristan's murderer was actually after Ivy, not Tristan, because the car accident wasn't really an accident. And it kind of unfolds why Ivy's being hunted, and you can't really guess who it is, because it leads you on to believe it's one person, and it leads you on to that there's something bad that's going to happen to Ivy, but then something bad will happen to someone else instead of her. And then in the end of the book, she's starting to fall in love with this other boy, and she's really scared, and she doesn't want to betray Tristan. So she kind of feels bad about it. But he eventually, they work it out, and the end of the book, the last couple chapters are just so suspense-filled because everything's starting to come together, and you're realizing, oh my gosh, this person is psychotic. And it's very good, and I really, really recommend that you read all of these books. Each of them is different. That shows my wide variety of reading. But each of them is different in their own way. One's about spies, one's about a guy lives in a house with clay dragons. One's just a book of fairy tales that I found in the nonfiction section of the library, if you can believe that. One's about vampire love. One's about something that's a little more earthy to me, because I think angels are possible, but that's my personal opinion. And one's a little more, this may actually happen one day kind of thing. But that's all. Just wanted to let you know some books that I like reading. So enjoy them. Bye.